I hope everyone enjoys the last of the Jimmy Garoppolo era. Sorry, it wasn't all his fault. Um, I might, I mean, I'm not going to restrain myself from cussing because it's still a lot of emotions in this loss. 49ers versus Rams reactions right after this. And oh man, what an offseason it's going to be. What an offseason it's going to be. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Camper Report. I am your host, Benjamin, the person who really hates the 49ers right now, Camperman. Today, we bring you, I'm going to be shouting into the mic a lot this episode because still a lot of emotions. 49ers lose to the Rams 20-17 on quite a game, quite an interesting game. I'm here to break it down. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Akim says hi. Okay, let's start with this right off the bat. So the course of events for the 49ers. So again, we talked about everything that really went down in this game. So Jaquelski Tart with around, I think it was like with around, I gotta say, on that field goal drive, I believe that the Rams had, it was on the field goal drive that the Rams had, on that field goal drive that the Rams had, Jaquelski Tart, obviously with the dropped interception. When I say there was not a person 12 feet of the perimeter of him, I'm saying perimeter of him, like nobody in the perimeter of him, 10 yards at least. Either side. Nobody in the perimeter of here. I can even pull up the video because I actually videoed it, so it wouldn't be copyright. But when I say there was nobody in the parameter of Jaquelski Tart, I was right. That was the most easiest interception of his life. I don't know what the heck. I don't even know what to say. Inexcusable. Now, let's break it down. So, beginning of the game, 49ers had trouble running the ball all game long. You look at Elijah Mitchell, 1.8 yards per carry. Deebo Samuel, 3.7 yards per carry. So, obviously, the 49ers had trouble. The 49ers definitely had trouble running the ball. That's what the Rams said. They said, you're going to have to. And this was my fear the whole season is when a team finally figures out how to stop the run, we're going to have to rely on Jimmy Garoppolo to play hero ball and be a game manager. And that's where I was the scariest. So I want to quickly show you guys this video. This is the dropped interception. I don't know if you guys, it's very blurry. Crap. Well, it's not going to work. But you guys if whoever saw the game saw the Jaquelski Tart dropped interception. Unexcusable. So it's not all Jimmy Garoppolo's fault. But remember, you're looking at it and you're like, okay, well, it still is a lot of his fault. Because remember, in the last game, we had less than a minute to go and we drove down and scored a touchdown against the Rams last time. So we had a huge chance in this. So a huge chance. So he did end the game, but that was a bad interception. So anyways, let's get to the first point, though. I think the play calling could have been a little bit better. I just feel like it reminds me too much of the Chiefs game in a way 2 years ago in the Super Bowl where they act too conservative to start off, and that really killed them this game. I feel like beginning of fourth quarter, we didn't score. Sorry. Voice just cracked. My bad. We did not score the whole fourth quarter and a little bit of the third quarter. So, it reminded me a little bit of that. I'm going to have to go back and watch the film, but it reminded me a little bit of that Chiefs game in 2019 in the Super Bowl. Again, Garoppolo did not have a good game. 16 for 30, 232 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Now, I could have told you guys that this was gonna, like, I think we all were expecting an interception to come, but my thing is, why did it have to come at the most important part of the game? Let's look at the comments real quick. Hi, Ben. I'm sick to my stomach. Flew out here for the game. We should have played Trey. I don't know about should have played Trey. Like, I'm a little bit like, I agree with you, but the whole thing with playing Trey, if the 49ers started Trey somewhere in the season and let him have experience in the playoffs, yeah, and we got to this point, I would have obviously played Trey. But he didn't have a lot of experience, and they here's my thing. I think they had nothing else to do. Once it got past week 14, well, no, really, once it got past that Texans game, because sorry, cracking a lot because my voice is going so high right now. Anyways, I think once it got past that Texans game, I really think that's where it went down. I think them deciding not to go back to not to stick with Trey after the Texans game when he had played pretty well was kind of the thing of they're not going to go back to him. They don't trust him enough. They want to take the conservative route, right? So that was me kind of, I think ever since that Texans game, I really don't think he had a chance to get played. I really don't think ever since that Texans game, they kind of sent that message. If they would have played him from then on, if they would have benched Jimmy Garoppolo from then on, I would have said, be my guest. There is a reason why Tart is playing safety instead of receiver. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was so inexcusable. Kyle seized up as usual in these big games. Exactly. I think this was part of the reason. This was partly, I would say, his conservativeness. Yes. And it's so funny because the Rams game last time in week 18, it wasn't Kyle that seized up. It was Sean McVay. Because Kyle couldn't have seized up in that game because he wasn't ahead. He had to lay it out all on the line. And you see when Kyle lays it all out on the line, he is good, right? Yeah. There was multiple drives in the second half with no points. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. There was at one point in the second quarter where it was like only their 5th first down. The offense was not that too good the whole game. It's kind of dog water. So anyways, second point. So couldn't run the ball like the whole game. But at one point, again, you're looking at this and you're like, this is like 49ers have this. Like they score one more time. And that Jaworski interception could have been really big because let's say he returns it 20 yards. I mean, that's literally how open he was. Let's say he returns it 20 yards. And now you're looking at a close to field goal range, and you're probably looking at almost game over at that point. But I don't know what to say. I mean, Jimmy, again, he's like a lesser Carson Wentz with not as many physical traits. Throws it up in there. I don't know what the frick that was. Wow. I don't even know what the heck that was. Don't even know. I don't even know what to explain. I mean, again, he had all day on the play before that all day and he checked it down. Like, was that a play call or was that actually Jimmy Garoppolo, the play before when he checked it down and it was a loss? Was that Kyle or was that Jimmy saying that I don't trust any of this? Because like he had all day the play before and he didn't throw it anywhere. And I'm like, at that point, you can't be conservative. Like Jimmy is like conservative in the worst of moments. And then he's gunslinging in the worst of moments and he's conservative in the best of moments. Like he's conservative under pressure when he really needs not to be conservative. And he's not conservative and he's gunslinger in the times when he really needs to be conservative. But the thing is the Rams really did a good job. They learned from their mistakes. They really did. Because the defense was a little bit bad. Like, I'm not going to say this is all on Jimmy Garoppolo. The defense was not great. I mean, I like what they did. They got, one interception. But partly, this is what I said. The offense, this is eventually going to come back to bite them. Because every game, the offense does nothing for the longest time. They have 3 and outs. And then the defense, and this is what I'm saying, you have to take the defense off of the field. The defense earlier on played good, but because our offense was so hibernating, because our offense was so sporadic, this team, the defense wasn't as good because they didn't have as many breaks. So the Rams, in a way, learned from their mistakes in a way to, I think the Rams really, they definitely picked apart this defense a lot more. I want to look at it. So let's look at his stats. Matthew Stafford had a great game. 31 for 45, 337 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Now, I thought the Rams would run it a lot more than they did last game. I thought they'd get more physical. They didn't. They only ran it like 13 designed runs or something like that. So, but I mean, Cooper Kupp, holy crap, dude. 11 receptions, 142 yards, 12.9 average per reception, 2 TDs, absolutely went off. And I said, you can let Odell Beckham, before the game, I said, this is the key. You can let Odell Beckham, you can let Cooper Kupp have this type of game, but you, as long as nobody else has a big game. What did Odell Beckham do? Not only did we let Cooper Kupp go off, we let Odell Beckham go off for 113 yards, 9 receptions. And that's where it gets bad, because you have 2 receivers now who are tearing you in the pass game. 2. And Matthew Stafford isn't that bad, you know? He is the type of guy that you give him stuff and he will execute them. He will execute them. So, I mean, again, this was a legacy game for Kyle Shanahan. Legacy game for DeMeco Ryans. I think DeMeco Ryans will probably not get hired as a head coach after this game. Probably one more year. Big legacy game for Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, I don't even know what to say. But, I mean, another point is Debo, you know? They did not, like, this is why I think it is partly the play calling, right? Because I don't think they did one bootleg. Like, I don't care if Jimmy Garoppolo's not good at bootlegs. Like we've seen, yes, he's thrown interceptions. That is a way for him to get interceptions. But in this type of game, you have to go all out. You have to do whatever it takes to win. The 49ers defense didn't stop the Rams backup Oh, yeah, on that other drive, you bring up a great point, Kim. That is another thing. Yeah, that's another big point. Didn't stop their backup tight end. That is another one. I mean, there was probably 3 plays where he checked it down. The first play that he checked it down to that tight end here, I can look it up right now, the tight end's name. Hopefully my phone lasts on 1%. Blanton. He had 5 catches, 57 yards. 3 of those catches were on checkdowns, which was huge. And they were all at the last field goal drive. That was the thing that was even big, is one of them was like 25 yards. Another one was like 15 yards. Another one was like 17. He shredded us every time pressure came. I do think that was a little bit of Nick Bosa's fault, because Nick Bosa, there was this one play where he went for Matthew Stafford. He should have just covered that tight end, and it was a check down, and oh my gosh. Yeah, that is a good point you bring up, Akim. Yes. Jimmy, I'm not going to hold back. Jimmy fucking sucks. I know. Hero ball. Man, but okay. To be fair, I think this was Jimmy a lot of the times too, but it was the coaching, because not once, before Akim brought up that comment, I was going to say not once did Kyle Shanahan call a bootleg when Deebo Samuel was in the backfield, and that is my biggest knock on him. That's my biggest key, is every time Deebo Samuel lined up in the running back position, every time he lined up in the backfield, the Rams knew it was going to be a run. So as soon as he lines up right behind Jimmy Garoppolo, they load the box. It's so predictable. All you have to do, there was this one prime play, second quarter. They handed it off to Deebo. He gets like 1 yard. And the other side of the field, if Jimmy Garoppolo would have just faked it and rolled out, the other side of the field was so wide open. Like, I don't care if Jimmy Garoppolo's not good at bootlegs. Do it like 3 times. The Rams aren't expecting it because you haven't done it all season. It is so predictable. The Rams finally found a way to beat the 49ers, and 49ers were too predictable. That's why I think it was a little bit of the play calling. Really was. It was a little bit of the play calling. And my God, bad guys for the cussing. I mean, motions are flying. It's probably not very professional of me, but I'm going a little Chris Sims unbuttoned. No, I'm just kidding. So, but I mean, that's another point. The play calling was a little bit questionable. 49ers defense. This is a learning opportunity for D'Amico Ryans, and that's why I think he's not going to be hired in his first year as a head coach, because I still do think he has a lot more things to learn as a defensive coordinator, and you saw it today. The defense was a little bit shredded this game, got a little bit shredded this game. Hey, okay, so let's talk. So we've kind of broken down the game now. Let's talk about the future. I said in the beginning of the episode, let us talk about the future. Let's talk about how this future for the 49ers is. And it's going to be a fun offseason. So we would all assume that this is like, I want to go back and watch Kyle Shanahan's press conference. He probably threw Jimmy Garoppolo under the bus. So I would probably assume that Jimmy Garoppolo is gone next year. So at least the future is bright, because you have Deebo Samuel, who it was reported a few weeks ago that he was in line for a blockbuster extension. You have Brandon Ayuk this offseason. You have Brandon Ayuk, who doesn't have to be extended yet. You have George Kittle on a deal. You have Trent on a deal. You have Alex Mack on a deal. You basically have everyone coming back. You have Deebo on a deal. You have everyone coming back, basically. You have a young cornerback core. You have Emmanuel Mosley on a deal. Defensive line, probably Nick Bosa getting extended. It really only makes sense to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, because now you can extend both Nick Bosa and Deebo Samuel in 1 year. That's why it makes sense to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. Said need to cut Jimmy and recover $25 million for the 2022 cap. I agree. I don't think we're going to be able to get anything jack squat out of Jimmy Garoppolo after the performance he put up today. I mean, he barely went over. He was like a 60% completion rate. Yeah, at most it's a 6th round pick. Maybe. But I would all assume he's gone. So the future's bright. You have everyone coming back. You have, and you have Trey. The only thing is, I wish we would have stuck with him after the Texans game. And I said this a few minutes ago. I said it really all went down when I think I would have started him after that Texans game, because he would have had he could have beaten the Rams that game. He would have had few games experience. I would have been very happy if we would have started him that game against the Rams. So it really all fell through, but we weren't able to make that jump. And because of that, we kind of had to pay for it. The 49ers basically took the risk of saying, yes, we're sticking with a lesser quarterback, but we're sticking with the more experience. And I was one of the people vouching for Jimmy Garoppolo to start in Lambeau. I didn't want Trey to start in Lambeau. Hell no. That's not happening. That's a hard place to start in. The future's bright. You have Trey Lance probably at the helm next season. Kyle Shanahan's legacy, is it all Jimmy Garoppolo? I don't think it is. I think there's a lot to take away from this game. I think Jimmy Garoppolo was part of it. Bosa will get $21 million in his 5th year option. Yeah, I do agree with that. They're probably going to try to, if they cut Jimmy, now they're going to have a lot more space to work. So they'll probably, pay Bosa a little bit more next year to keep, to spread it out. And now you're going to have more cap to do that. You're going to have more flexibility. You can move stuff around. You can maybe front load Deebo's contract and back load new big Bosa's. I'm saying it was never realistic to keep him, even if we did make the Super Bowl. So yeah, the right side of the O-line needs improvement. Yes, absolutely. I really, 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 for my birthday on May 11th, want to get, hopefully I'll ask my parents for it, all 22 film. I want to get all 22 film of the offensive line prospects, because we won't have a first round pick, but knowing the 49ers, they might try to trade into the first round, or, there's some solid guys in the second round that you could get, solid. I mean, I guarantee you that anybody in the second round is better than freaking Tom Compton. I mean, we had this offensive line discussion last year, and we're going to be having the same discussion this year. I was saying draft an offensive lineman in the third round last year. We're probably going to have to see this same thing again this year. So there's going to be a lot of offensive lineman talk, definitely. I want to quickly talk about the Super Bowl matchup. Definitely cheering for the Bengals. It's funny that this is the third NFC West team representing the NFC in 4 years. So good there. Very encouraging. Well, not encouraging, just freaking shows how good this it shows how good this NFC West is. But quick preview of that. Rams, I mean, I'm cheering for the Bengals. It's going to be a great offensive game because I feel like both offenses are explosive. I think the Bengals get it done. I think after the beating the Chiefs in Arrowhead, I think you get it done. But the one takeaway, Rams in LA, they don't have to travel for the Super Bowl just like the Bucs had to do. That is a huge key thing is the Rams now are not going to have to travel. But I do think like how the Bengals stack up, I do think the Bengals could win this game just because of I think the Bengals win this game potentially just because of hold on, guys. Just fixing my lights. Okay. I think the Bengals will win this game just because, like, lineup stacking up. I think the Bengals are a better lineup. Their defense is more opportunistic. I think they're a good team. 2022 Chinese New Year is the year of the Tiger. Go Cincinnati. Yeah, baby. Go Cincy. Yeah, I'm definitely cheering for Cincy. Definitely cheering for them. But I think if they can run the ball, and I mean, I even said it, quick reaction to that game too. Cincy, I said the only thing that I said to my brother, I said to Kobe yesterday, is I think the one thing that they do have over the Bills is they can control the clock better than the Bills because they can run the ball effectively. And that's what they did. I mean, I don't want to look at the stats, but they ran the ball effectively. And that's why, like, you didn't see as high scoring of a game because they were able to maybe control the clock a little bit more. And Patrick Mahomes obviously gave it away a little bit as well. That would be super cool if the Bengals won the Super Bowl, though. So, but yeah, next step, future's bright for the Niners. Future is very, very bright for them. I mean, again, you could go through so many things in this game. I don't even know where to start. I think, Rams didn't run the ball either, that good. They didn't get physical, but they were just so freaking good down the stretch. That was so important. Down the stretch, Sean McVay finally figured out Kyle Shanahan. And he said, we don't need running the ball. We just need, like, the protection was better. Like, I don't know. We had like what? We had one interception. We had 1.5 sacks. No, hold on. We had 2 sacks. Sorry, 2 sacks. We had 2 sacks. Damn. Wow. So we didn't get after him as much as we did last time. That's a key one, too. That's a key stat. Yep. Brandon Ayuk played well. My game balls, even though we didn't win, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel played well. But again, I would have liked to see more creative play calling in this game. Like, you can beat, this is the one point before I go. You can, and everyone, like, this is what I'm going to say. You can beat a team 3 times in a row, but you can't do it by being predictable all 3 times. You have to change things up on the 3rd time. You can beat a team twice in 1 year by doing the exact same things, but eventually it's going to become predictable. The 3rd time, you will not be able to beat the team. You're not going to be able to. So that's why I'm like, they were able to beat the Rams twice by doing the Deebo thing, but they're not able to beat the Rams 3 times by doing the Deebo thing. That's why I think you can't beat a team 3 times in a row by being predictable the whole time. You just can't beat that team 3 times in a row. So they should have gotten more creative. That's all I'm going to say with at least with Deebo. Bosa showed up for the D-lines along with Ebukam. Yep, do agree with that one. Where was Armstead? No Armstead there. No Armstead there. Do not give him credit for this game. Nope. No, sir. No Armstead there. Anyways, guys, I mean, Super Bowl, I'll probably be back like next weekend with my brother. I'll probably be back with Jake Ellenbogen. I would say probably this week. To discuss all of it. I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited for this offseason. Bummer that we didn't get to. I really wanted some more football. That was a bummer. DJ Jones played all right. Yeah, I think our run game, like our run defense, our run game was actually not bad. Like, we only allowed like 3.7 yards per carry. We didn't allow over 100 yards. I don't think it was the run I mean, I think it was partly the corners. It was partly D'Amico. I think D'Amico, like, you want to give him credit, but I feel like the 49ers kind of like we could have done something better, but it was Matthew Stafford had enough time to get the ball away. I think Ambry Thomas was decent in this game, but I mean, Matthew Stafford really shredded him. And at the end of the day, he's a rookie in a big spotlight, you know? And the one other thing is, I said fan attraction. Where was the 65% 49ers fans? Like, you saw a lot of 49ers fans, but it didn't seem like it was affecting it like it did last game. Like, what the heck? Did they just like dress up in 49ers costumes? Like, I didn't see it. I didn't see the 49ers fans. Like, I saw how many there were in the stands, but I didn't see as much noise as I did last time. And there was supposedly, last time there was 60%. There was supposedly supposed to be even more, 65% tickets this week. Maybe that was just pumped up by the ticket masters, but I didn't see it. Like, I didn't see the noise as much. So I did not see that. Hopefully this video doesn't like get taken off of YouTube because of the cuss words, but I don't think it would. I really don't think so. So I mean, yeah. I don't want to rant anymore, but at the end of the day, there was a few things that could have been taken away. Coaching, bad quarterback play, a quarterback who's trying to play like Carson Wentz and he's just not as athletic and he throws it up in the air. And then decent, questionable, suspect coaching. Not bad, but suspect coaching. Defensive line wasn't getting home as much. And you can't beat a team. I'm going to end it on this. You can't beat a team 3 times in a row by be doing the same thing over and over again in all of those 3 matchups. You can't. You can't. But Matthew Stafford, I mean, this was a great legacy game. I mean, somebody put up a great point as well. This was a great legacy game for Matthew Stafford. It was a good legacy game because everyone's like, oh, we can't win in the playoffs. You know, he's never been to the Super Bowl. Well, now he is, and he's competing for a Super Bowl. So huge legacy game for Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. Yeah. So depressing loss for the 49ers. Exciting offseason. We won't have a QB controversy next season, and now we can start looking into the second round of the draft. Not as exciting as football, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So everyone, thank you for everyone in the chat. We had around 4 people watching. I mean, I thank you everyone for more of the recognition and for supporting, because I just want to say, it first thing gets my algorithm up when you guys when you support. And the last few weeks, I've been getting a lot more recognition. I've been having 4 people watching, like a lot more recognition than I used to have. And I mean, thanks everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it. So 49ers lose, but we'll be back later on this week and probably all this week to break it down. I probably won't be really getting into draft prospects until probably around the Super Bowl or when the Super Bowl is over. So I'll probably just be like breaking all the stuff down during the Super Bowl and be like breaking down the Rams versus 49ers game for sure. Hopefully Jimmy goes away. Jimmy stands go away. Yes. Waruna is in the chat. Thank you. We'll see you guys later. This has almost been 30 minutes. It's been very enjoyable. Thank you all for all the supporters. Trey area, baby. 2023 is going to be Trey time. I'm going to be very interested to see Kyle Shanahan's press conference. He's going to be probably like, well, Jimmy, you know, man, he's going to be like looking down at his belly. He's going to be like, Jimmy, just couldn't deliver, made too many mistakes. Kind of sucked. He can't deliver for me, and we'll move on. He's gone after this. He's probably going to slip so many. It's going to be hilarious. I need to go back and watch that press conference because that is going to be hilarious. Trey time is scary for the rest of the league. Oh, yeah, it is. Because now I so wish they would have gotten him experience, but past week 8 or even past that Texans game, I said this earlier on in the show, past week 8 or even past that Texans game, they ruined the chance. They had no choice once they decided not to start him past week 8. Because then you're looking at not as much experience, even the Texans game. After the Texans game, looking at not as much experience. And so now he's going to be going into next year with only 2 years and barely any experience. I don't know. Now, when he gets experience, it could be like a Joe Burrow. Like with all the talent, I would not be surprised with all the talent that we have. And also, we're not going to be barely losing anybody next season. So with all the talent we have and with the experience, again, all these rookies like Ambry Thomas will get experience. And all the guys we're going to be getting back, this is going to be the same team, but improved because we're going to improve through the draft, right? We don't need a first round pick. So with all the talent we have, and just obviously a better quarterback, I think we'll go 11-6. Because that's why I'm saying the future is bright. I think we will return to the playoffs next year and make some noise in the playoffs next year. Even though he's inexperienced, because all the talent we have, I mean, who knows? You know, who knows? I mean, sky is the limit because we have rookies coming back who are more experienced. We have this team's incredible. So yeah, I'm very excited. Run threat, deep ball threat, quick reads, protects the ball. What's not to love? Oh, I love it. I love it all. I love it all. And once he gets a little bit of experience, I could very well see it being a Joe Burrow / Patrick Mahomes-esque type of player. I really do. Probably Patrick Mahomes-esque because we have the talent to be a Patrick Mahomes type of. He has the talent to like really set him up for the long run. I mean, yeah, you bring up a great point, Saucy. You really do. You really do. Again, this offseason is going to be exciting because I'll try to get some exciting guests. Probably Voch Lombardi. I'll try to get him on because he's a great, he's a Cowboys fan, but he's like a really good film person to do that with. Yeah. So anyways, everyone, this has been 32 minutes. Thank you everyone for watching. This is like the 5th time I have said this, but thank you everyone for watching. 49ers lose. We'll see you guys in a few days, maybe tomorrow. A lot of emotions streaming in this game. Hold on. Plus, his mindset is so perfect. Takes complete responsibility by his mistakes and really gives credit to the entire team. That's what Jimmy does, minus the talent. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I really do. It's bright. I mean, I think once he gets a few games under his belt, I think he could be really the fast learner. You know, let's all hope that. I think once we improve in the draft, maybe improve our offensive line. I think the guys to go next season, definitely Mike McGlinchey. He's out. So we're going to have to look for another right tackle, but we'll have cap space. Let's real quickly talk about free agency, right? I think we'll have the cap space to go out and make a run for some guys. I really do. Because Jimmy's really been building, we've talked about the draft. I already talked about the draft. We'll get better in the draft. But what about free agency? That's what you guys have to ask yourselves. Like, the 49ers might make a run at a few of the decent right tackles in the league in free agency. I really do think so. Because now we're going to have a few mil to spend. We're going to have some dollars to spend. And you're looking at maybe we could pursue a pretty good right tackle. I think so. Definitely Tom Compton and McGlinchey. Maybe they keep Tom Compton just for backup stuff. 25 mil can buy a lot of line talent. Yes, I do agree. That, and it's going to help with the Debo and Nick Bosa extensions. Yes, absolutely. It is going to help tremendously. Maybe I don't know about what's his name? I don't know about the right guard. What's his name? Why can't I remember this? The right guard. Anyways, right guard for us. What? That's weird. Right guard for us. Can't remember his name, but I don't know if he'll be out. We might keep him. I think we're gonna have major things to sort out for next season. Major things on our O-line. Not as much in our corners. I think we're gonna spend less time addressing that. Secondary will be great with experience. Wideouts are great. Yes. Secondary, I am excited for Ambry. Like, yeah, he kind of got burned in this game, but I'm excited for him next year. Backfield is amazing. Gonna be fun to watch for sure. Compton. No, Compton's our right tackle. Our right guard is... Here, hold on. Oh, hold on. Why can't I remember this? 49ers O-line. It is... Sorry, guys. Don't go. Chat, give me an answer here because I'm not completely sure. I think it's... What? What is his name? Why can't I remember this? I don't know. What the heck? This guy has literally been on the team for like years. I can't even remember him. Compton's the right tackle. We're definitely going to have to address him, but the other right guard, it's the right guard. I can't remember his name. I don't know why I can't remember this. Anyways, so that's going to be key to address as well. Thanks everyone for watching. This has been a ton of fun. Just coming out here, spitting my facts, and sucks that we don't get another 2 weeks though. Brunskill, savior. I don't know if he's gone too. Oh man, you're a legend. You are a Why couldn't I remember that? I've literally been spitting his name all week, all week. Wow. Yeah. So we might address him as well. I didn't see who was playing today. Just focused on Trent being okay. Yeah. Me too. But Trent, I think was okay. I think he was better than No, Colton McKivitz wouldn't have done any better. I think that was the right move to start him and for him to come back. Yep. Well, everyone, go and have a great rest of your evening. You guys are probably just as depressed as I am. But hey, it was fun. Just before I leave, the one high note in this season is I didn't expect us to make it this far. I was like, we're going to be lucky if we get past the freaking wild card round, for goodness sakes. So did not expect to see us this far. He's such a stud, great backup, plays every position on the line. Yeah, I think we do keep Daniel Brunskill, but I think we don't start him. Maybe we will. Because honestly, he's not that bad. I think the main one is the right tackle position. Maybe we do. Because I don't think we're going to be able to address all of it. I think we're just going to try to address one. And I think the right tackle is very key. Thank the Lord that is no more in Mike McGlinchey anymore, bro. I did not miss him. Hell no. Did not miss him. Rotational for sure. Is Mack back next year? Yeah, because we gave Mack, I believe, a 3-year deal. It was like 3 years, 18 mil, I believe. Yes, Mack is definitely back next year. Like, he's old, but I think he played really well later on in the season to where we bring him back. I think Trent is back. I think you have to put, Laken Tomlinson's probably back. You can't fix all of the O-line. You can't. So I think that we just kind of pick our poison. We say, let's just fix like one or two positions. I think Laken's back. I think Mack is back. Potentially Brunskill. And then we fix the right tackle position. I was super impressed with him this year. Yeah. I think Mack is very I was impressed too. Yeah. So secondary is not going to be as much of a need, which thank the Lord. I think guys that will probably let go. I just want to quickly say guys that will probably let go. I would say Jason Verrett, probably Jaquowski, because I think if you let Hufanga kind of play under the position a little bit, I think Jaquowski after that drop kind of is going to get skinned. So definitely Jaquowski. You've Jason Verrett, I think, is gone after gone this year. Few guys that are gone this year. Right side is the weakness. The left is strong, even though Tomlinson is mediocre. Yeah, I believe so. My biggest fear is going back to the coaching is my biggest fear. I hope Kyle Shanahan isn't one of those coaches that gets to the NFC Championship game every year and then loses. That's my biggest fear. Yeah. Well, everyone, I said goodbye 14 minutes ago, but thanks everyone. I mean, your guys's, and this is what I love, is chat interaction, right? When the chat is interacting, because my point of show was 15 minutes. When my show ended was 20 minutes ago, but because the chat interacted so much, it gave me another 20 minutes of content. And that's great to see. It's great to see. I'll miss Verrett. I love that dude. Wish he didn't have so many injury problems. Top 5 corner for sure. I know. I will miss him, but I don't think we'll need him. Get out of here. I'll stop talking. Hey, I love it. Hey, you can talk as much as you want because I'm not used to having a lot of people. I'm not used to, so I love interacting with chat. So I'll see you guys later. 40 minutes. Thank you, everyone. But 49ers, it is a little bit depressing that they lost. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everyone, for watching. Yeah, and return for my next show. I mean, I love fan interaction. It's really my greatest dream is just to interact with people in the chat and really to have a good conversation with them. Well, I was sent by Grant days ago. Had to show some love. Good night, sir. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Shout out Grant Cone. I didn't know he still shouted me out, but apparently he does. So thank you, everyone. And thank you, Grant Cone. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out.